Hey y'all, 3 o'clock, and we're here in New Orleans at Rosetree Blown Glass Studio and Gallery. I want to thank y'all for coming, and we're going to share a little bit of glass magic with you. And again, we are trying different kind of setups to see how the best sound for y'all and the best experience. It's hot and humid today, I'll tell you that right away. So this, I'm going to try to do a vase that's a little, not as long as what we've been doing, just to keep the camera kind of cool and see if we can go from there. First thing I want to show you though, I want to show you the vase we did on Tuesday, what we're calling companion piece. This is the disc that is the companion piece for the bowl that we made on last Thursday. So just to show you, I posted some pictures, but it's a lot better to see it up close and personal here. Then I had somebody who wanted to have an order of, he wanted a red, white, and blue marble. And so I made some marbles yesterday, and these are the red, white, and blue marbles that we have. So we have this one, which is a little, the color's a little denser. They all have red, white, and blue, and you can see a little gold dichro in this one. This one also, bubbles on the top, and the gold and red and white and blue. And you see, this one has a nice bubble pattern on the sides, and then this one has a nice little spiral that goes into the piece, which is kind of cool. So we got some red, white, and blue marbles that are going to be for sale also, just because it's just the season. Today we're going to be making a vase, we call our powder feathered vase. And again, it's going to be red, white, and blue just because it can be. Because of July 4th, obviously. So it's going to be a red body with blue and white feathers on it. So, as always, we'd love to hear from you. I can talk and answer questions and do everything like that while I'm blowing glass. So don't be afraid to ask your questions. If you're new here, welcome. Just tell us where you're from, and if you have any questions, just let them rip. If they've been asked already before, it's fine, because somebody else probably has that same question and just is too scared to ask it. So we're going to start over at the furnace. If you can't hear me, just tell me to speak up, and Darcy's behind the camera, and Darcy will tell me to speak up, and she'll also feed me questions. If we don't get to all the questions during the live broadcast today, I do go back on afterwards in the evening, and I'll answer any questions that we did not get to. Okay, let's go start. So, this is a blowpipe. Same kind of tool that glass blowers have been using for over 2,000 years. Obviously theirs is in stainless and rubber and plastic, but it's the same idea. This is a furnace. Our furnace has 400 pounds of molten glass in it, and it's 2,050 degrees, and that's what turns, that kind of heat turns glass into a liquid. So we're going to do 3 gathers today. Each time I put a layer of glass on, it's called a gather, because I am gathering the glass on the end of the pipe. And you'll see that the glass is a liquid, so if I stop turning, it falls. So you gotta keep turning all the time. And we're gonna come over to my area. And the first layer we're just gonna have clear. So I'm gonna roll it on this table, it's called a marber. And I'm gonna roll it on the marber. And then I'm going to put my starter bubble in it, and that's going to be from where the whole piece grows from, this initial gather with the bubble. So I'm going to do what's called an air trap. I'm going to blow it to the end of the pipe, put my finger over the end, trap the air inside. When the cold air hits the hot glass, it heats up and expands. And what you'll see a bubble start to appear. So you see the bubble in there now? So that's that bubble is the inside of my piece. And so what we're going to do is going to wait on this bubble now. I can't get my second gather, because if I get a second gather now, this layer is too hot, and that second layer will heat the first layer up too much, and it'll get real floppy and out of control.
So we've got several people saying hi.
Hi.
And Lisa's watching us from Hampton, Georgia, and has been to our shop many times, loves it here.
We love people coming in.
Jacob was asking, can I make my own with my girlfriend for a date night?
Once we start back up and are doing the blow your owns, we can do a date night. But the problem is we're not open yet. And with everything that's going down now about stretching out the quarantines and everything, right now we wouldn't have blow your owns during June, July, and August. So come September, we're going to reevaluate, see where everything stands with the quarantines and everything. And when we feel comfortable enough to let people come back in and start using our tools, the blow pipes and all that kind of stuff, then we'll open the blow your owns back up.
And just a quick clarification, the gallery is open.
Oh, definitely.
The studio is just not open to other people coming into
And you can watch us from the gallery making our pieces. We have a nice viewing area.
And then Kimberly was asking, do you sell Rosetree glass shirts?
We do, we will. It's just a question of getting the time to post them all. We have some in stock, some of the tie-dyes, I think some of the blues in stock. I just got to post them. So that might be something we work on tomorrow, Darcy.
Sounds good.
And after that we will do, once we go through our stock, they have this on-demand
Print on demand.
Print on demand thing, which I never heard of. So before I heard of that, I bought a bunch of shirts. Figured I'd sell them through the studio. But once those are sold out, we'll do the print on demand thing, and you can pretty much get a whole assortment of different shirts. Okay, first layer is done, cooled off, and I'm gonna get another layer on top. Okay, so this is layer number 2. You'll see that it's thicker now around the bubble. And what we're going to do with layer number 2 is we're going to put the red on. The red is going to be the whole piece is going to be coated in red. And we'll go over my space and figure this out. So the red I have is a red powder. And I'm rolling it in the red powder, giving a good coat. I'm going to do it 3 times, so I get a nice even coat on the piece. Now I have a question for y'all. Anybody out there, Carson's going to laugh, does anybody out there know how to put Facebook Live broadcasts onto YouTube? An easy way. We're going to trying to archive. We've done 25 or at least 25 of these, and I'd love to archive these for future, but we just can't figure out how to do them successfully from phone to YouTube. I know how to do it now from this broadcast, but I don't know how to do it from previous broadcasts. So if anybody has some ideas, if you could just say you know how, I'll get in contact with you. And I would appreciate that. So this is the second layer that I'm melting in. I'm going to put one more layer on. So I hope everybody's having a good day. It's Thursday already. It seems to me like these weeks are flying past. Okay, 3 coats are on, so that'll be my red. Now, with glass, there's certain colors play nice with other colors, and also you have to figure out which colors would look good against other colors. So we were thinking about doing a blue base color with red and white, but I didn't think the red would show up, and Darcy didn't think the red would show up on the blue. So we opted for the lighter red with the white and blue. So the blue's darker than the red, the white's lighter than the red. So hopefully the stripes on the feathers will come out really nicely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape it and I'm going to blow into it. Make sure that bubble is still there. So I'm looking at the outside. You see now it's starting to change shape. You see how the outside right here started to puff out? So that tells me my bubble's about halfway down, and that's about what I want right now for my second gather. I want the bubble to be inside the piece. If you don't put your bubble in now, you're going to have problems later on. So it's like a big chess game where you have to plan ahead 3, 4, 5 steps ahead just to make sure that everything is right. So again, we're going to let this cool off a little bit to get the next layer on top. So you see underneath, the pipe is really orange, and so that tells me that it still has a lot of heat in it. So is anybody out there, and you could just let us know, some thumbs up, some hearts, oh, it's another thing. If you're watching on Facebook and you haven't liked the studio, please like the studio. I have some nice numbers for the studio, but I always like to see that we have fans who are in and like the studio and watch us. So we have a lot of people who are viewing but have not liked the studio. So please do that. I'd appreciate that. So you see it's lost most of the orange color. So I'll get another layer on top, and then I'm going to shape it a little bit and then put the blue and white on for the stripes. Probably put 2 coats of the blue and white on, just to give it some nice density.
Just a little clean as you go moment.
What's that?
I said it's a clean as you go moment.
I just gotta set it back up again. Make sure I don't have a rogue chip running off on the table.
Robin was asking, is red an expensive color compared to other colors?
Red is red is a very expensive color. It's a very tricky color. If it's not put on correctly and heated correctly, then it tends to brown out. So it's tricky and expensive. A lot of reds are made with gold. Reds and pinks are made with gold as part of its coloring. That's what makes it expensive. So I'm turning all the time. This is my reheating chamber. The reheating chamber is actually hotter then the furnace. So the furnace is 2050. This is probably 100 degrees hotter, so it's probably 2150, 2200, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's hot.
It seems like a lot from here.
What's that?
It seems like a lot from here.
Yes. And it's even hotter there. Where are you?
That is a good point.
I'm getting all this in place, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to feather decoration. So, is anybody new out there? Is anybody this is your first time? If so, welcome. I'd love to hear from you. Again, we can't acknowledge everybody, but everybody out there can see your name and where you're from.
Corey's visiting us today, and he was agreeing with the reds being expensive. He said stupid expensive, actually.
Yes. So I'm pulling the colors back. This is called feathering. So it's very similar to some methods that are used in bakery, in cake decorating. I actually watch a lot of cooking and baking shows because there's a lot of things that transfer over from one to another.
So Jacob is here from Zachary.
Okay, Zachary, Louisiana.
Said it's his first time, but he's always wanted to make something of his own. He was the one who asked about the blow your owns earlier.
Okay. Hopefully one day you will. Hopefully one day soon.
Donna said it's her first time watching.
Oh, great. Welcome, Donna.
But they were here in March and made flowers. Yay.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to comb it back the other way and make what's called feathers. And actually we'll do that one more time with the other two sides. You see there's only a certain amount of time you have, and then you have to heat back up again. My philosophy is it's much easier to reheat it and do it correctly than to have to go back in and correct it later on.
Sherry is on. She said it was a pleasure meeting you this morning and is looking forward to Monday when you create her piece.
Great, Sherry. And it was nice meeting you also, and I'm looking forward to making something for you. Okay, so second feathers. Okay, so you see we have these are called feathers. They kind of look like feathers.
So Mickey is here. Said she's Shaw Stiller's neighbor.
I'm sorry, what?
Mickey is here. Said he or she is Shaw Stiller's neighbor.
Okay, great.
So he's bringing people in.
So that means you're, the names of the streets are all, I want to say weenie, but I don't think that's it. They're all Indian terms. Help me out here. Yes, well, welcome. And in my brain, I know what it is, but I'm not saying it right. Okay, so I'm evening this out, and that's going to be the last gather, so I'm starting to shape this to make my bubble go where I want it to.
So Donna said she's looking forward to coming soon from Prairieville with some friends.
Oh, wonderful. My Darcy said, where gallery's open, you can always come and watch us work and see these pieces in real life. It's nothing like seeing a piece in person. Photos are great, but once you see the pieces, they're just so. I enjoyed doing them, making them. So I'm blowing more into this, and I'm doing that air trap thing. You see, my thumb is on the bottom, and the air is trapped inside, and it's starting to blow out wider. So you see how we're close to the pipe, it's starting to blow out and get larger up here.
Okay. I'm going to say this wrong. So I apologize for that. But Shaw said, Hasso saw Nini?
Nini. See, I know everybody in his subdivision has streets named. They're the Nini names. And in Tallahassee, if you still put somebody live in one of the Nini streets, they know exactly where you are.
So Lisa was asking, once you add the colors and it doesn't turn out right, can you recycle or reuse the glass?
We do not recycle anything that has color on it. We try to recycle clear glass because our furnace is clear. But once it has color on it, the color doesn't disappear. So once it has color on it, we do save some scrap and we sell some scrap, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, other artists will use some of our scraps for their art.
So I'm putting in what's called a jack line, and these are jacks. The jack line is important later, and you'll see later. It's important for me to have a nice, tight, small jack line on there for later on when I transfer the piece off of the pipe to another rod called punch. I'm reheating the whole piece now because I really want the shoulder up where the jack line is to blow out more. So I'm controlling the heat, heating the whole thing up, and then I'm going to chill the bottom pointed part a little bit so that the bubble goes out at the shoulder. So you see how the shoulder blew out up top. I'm keeping it really hot. You see it's really moving around a whole lot at this stage. So I got a nice tight jack line right here. The shoulder is kind of finished, the width that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat at the bottom and start to elongate the bottom out for the height of the vase. I'm occasionally going to heat the whole piece up because I got to keep heat in the piece, but I want the main heat. What I'm going to do when I come out, I'm going to swing it around like a baton. And we talked about this, I think, last time. That's centrifugal force. Elongating the piece as I spin it.
So Carrie was asking, can sheets of glass be made for use in stained glass art?
Yes and no. 1 second. So you see that it's getting longer by centrifugal force. You can, if you're just letting it in, you can definitely use it. But if you're going to slump or fuse and then let it in, no.
And Nikki, the bowl and the vase are actually on our website. She's loving the purple.
So you see it's starting to elongate, it gets longer. You see the red underneath, the blue and the white feathers. I'm going to elongate it and kind of taper a little bit more.
Sherry is asking if you're going to make a fluted or wavy piece.
You can do that on Monday.
The
On
piece
Tuesday,
he's
when do we do this? On Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
Start taking requests.
Today he's doing a clean line vase.
I actually am very clean line kind of artist. I have trouble with things that are really, not that I have trouble with them, but I like things that have nice lines and angles. When I do my fluted dishes and everything, they're always 5 indentations. I don't just swing it out and let it do what it wants to do. When I do my lamps, it's the same way. They're always 5. It looks like it's not really planned, but it really is. So I have the height, the right height. I'm just going to smooth it out. You see there's a little bitty bump right there. So I'm going to smooth it out and get rid of that. So I'm heating the whole piece up and lightly shaping it on the marble. So I'm supporting it, a lot of it, in my hands, but I'm also letting the weight of the glass shape the piece. I'm using the weight to my advantage. So I'm putting a indentation in the bottom called a kick, and I explained this last week. The kick is what's in the bottom of a wine bottle, so that the bottle stands on a ring, not a flat. It's the same kind of thing. So I have the height that I want, the shape that I want. I'm going to even off the heat a little bit, and then I'm going to get my punty. Now the punty is another rod. It's going to have a little bit of glass on the end, and I'm going to stick it on the end, cut it off the jack line, and transfer the base to the punty. I'll give you a good flash. That has to be enough heat for me to make the punty and bring it over to keep it hot. We're going to hang it up. Go get my punty. So I'm shaping the punty, a little bit of glass off the end, placing the piece back on the bench, and I'm going to, everybody makes the punty a little bit differently. I'm going to attach the punty to the bottom, and that is actually almost centered, so that's good. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the file and with water, cut it on that jack line that I indented there. And if the punty is at the correct temperature, and the whole piece was at the right temperature, when I tap it, it should come off. Which it did. It's a good thing. And back into the reheating chamber. So I'm flashing the whole piece, getting rid of the light, and I'm going to heat the top up the most right now. So I'm heating the whole piece because if I don't, by putting pressure on the end, it'll snap off the punty. But I am heating the lip the most because that's the part I want to shape. Always spinning. Sometimes I go one way, sometimes I go the other. As long as I keep it centered. And you'll see that the end now, the lip is orange, which tells me that it's hot. And it doesn't always break up evenly, which is fine. So you just take these glass shears and even it off. And then go back in and heat it up again. Now you see the red is really dark. Once it cools off, it'll go back to red. Reds, yellows, and oranges get really dark when they're hot. Once they cool off, they go back to their original color.
So Lisa was giving a list of the different collections that you make that she loves.
Who's that?
Lisa.
Okay.
And there's a good bit. She's got a good list. So thank you, Lisa.
We've introduced, actually during this whole quarantine thing, we've introduced a lot of new work.
That is true.
We've introduced a whole line, a whole different everything. And hopefully they'll become popular.
People are already loving the Dizzy glasses.
Yes, and we did a lot of soap dispensers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm just refining the shape a little bit. And that's pretty much it. So what we have is, we have blue and white stripes, a red body that'll turn red, and it is a powdered feathered vase, about 11 inches tall. And I'll give it one last flash, and then we'll put it in the oven.
Corey was asking, what red did you use?
That's tomato.
Tomato? Sounds delicious.
That was the closest one to like flag red that I had in my studio. So you see how these look like feathers coming down? All right, so.
I like how you purposely didn't do purple today, but it still looks purple in the light right now.
I can't make everything purple. Okay, so if I put the punny on correctly, when I tap it, it comes right off. If you put the punny on too hot, then you're whacking on it to get it off, and sometimes it leaves a big hole in it, sometimes it breaks the bottom out completely. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking a torch, it's called fire polishing, and I'm fire polishing the sharp point of the punty where the glass broke off. And that just smooths it out and makes it so nobody gets hurt. And then
Actually, Jennifer, it was red with blue and white on it.
so that's our Facebook broadcast for today on a hot, steamy New Orleans afternoon. And if there are any other questions or answer everything, Darcy?
I think that's all we got for now.
Okay, cool.
But they can go ahead and ask more questions. You can catch them up later.
I can definitely follow them later and answer. So again, love having you all here. Appreciate you being here. It shows me that there's some interest, and we love that. When you're in town, stop and visit us. We have a great gallery, wonderful building, and the people are okay. So come on and visit. if you want something online from us, if you saw anything that you have to get and use as a gift or for yourself, we are www.rosetreegallery.com. We will have t-shirts up soon. I'll make an announcement about that when we do. Facebook, Rosetree Blown Glass. Instagram, Rosetree Glass Gallery. And we are on YouTube as Rosetree Glass Gallery. We'll figure that out on Tuesday. And then we'll post some things up on YouTube. And there are some things up on YouTube right now. Anyway, I'm really glad that y'all came here and we could share this with you. As always, take care of one another, love one another. We'll see y'all on Tuesday.